God said, I have not come in this era to judge the drunkard, the harlot, and thieves and murderers. These are known unto you, O man. I am not come to repeat former judgments against whom all men understand to be sinful. For behold, I gave governments into the hands of men to deal unto such themselves. But I am come to the leaders of men, to kings, queens, emperors and presidents, and to philosophers and men of learning, priests, rabbis, cardinals, popes and imams, and to merchants, bankers, manufacturers, farmers, shippers and hucksters, as such as pass unscathed before the laws and governments of man, and are reckoned passably wise and good before the world. And not even to such of these are bad men in disguise, who escape condemnation before the courts by cunning and stratagem, but I am come to the best of all of them, be they Brahmins, Grahians, Muslims, Buddhists, Christians. Therefore, O man, hear the judgment of thy God against them. They are not united and affiliated as brothers, but the best of all of them are so many individual entities pulling in different ways, everyone for himself. The Brahmins are not communal, the Grahians are not communal, neither are the Buddhists or the Christians or the Mohammedans, neither the philosophers, priests, merchants, or any one people in all the world. There is no fullness of heaven amongst them. They are divided into thousands of ideas and projects. Now hear me, O man, and consider the wisdom of thy God. Satan is wiser than any of these I have named. For Satan hath made armies of soldiers communal. He has discovered the power of affiliation and discipline. Behold, 1,000 soldiers are more efficient than 10,000 men unorganized. Judgment is rendered against the best men in all the world, because they are inorganic for righteousness, and they are for establish the Father's kingdom on earth. This then is what befalls the nations and peoples of the earth. Alike and alike the angels of heaven minister unto mortals, save wherein thy gods and his laws provide especially otherwise. The inorganic heavenly regions to the inorganic inhabitants of the earth. Now behold, I said unto you in olden times, try the spirits, and see if they be of God. For the angels who wander about on the earth know not my kingdoms and civilizations as they are generally. They deny me, and deny order and system, discipline in heaven and earth. And each of all such angels coming to mortals do so on their own account, assuming any form and name they might find acceptable unto men. Such angels have not yet first entered the first lower heavens, nor belong to they any disciplined kingdom in heaven. And all mortals, such as I have named to thee as the best and highest of mortals, enter the unseen worlds after death only into the inorganic regions of heaven. Neither shall they enter the lowest of my kingdoms until they abnegate self and learn affiliation. Therefore, after death they remain, for the most part, in their former places, the merchant in his counting house, the banker in his bank, the shipper in his place, the philosopher in his place, the pope in his place, the king in his place, the farmer in his. Neither have they power or wisdom to go to any other place, and they stroll about like one that has lost his master. Neither way they affiliate with any other angels, but in stubbornness and moroseness persist in working out an individual identity, until they are broken down in sorrow and darkness, which may be a few years, or it may be hundreds of years. And then my holy ones come to them and carry them away to my schools. Essien.